When I get cut off on the highway, I remember this. When I was in my early 20s, me and a bunch of my friends were headed down to D.C. from New Jersey to Washington, D.C., and we were racing. It was about 3 to 5 cars of us. We were all racing. I was in a Jaguars doing over 100 miles an hour easily the whole way down just about. And I'm, over 100 miles an hour, and I go to, to get in front of my friend, and I go in the fast lane. I cut some lady off, and she came, this close to tail ending me, and it would have been my fault. And once we got to the stop area, the next stop ahead, my friend said, "Sam, man, I thought that was it. I thought, you were done, and that lady was gonna hit you, and it would have been my fault." So I'm saying all that to say, when somebody cuts me off now, I remember grace. That I was once young and ignorant and arrogant, and I wasn't driving properly. So I remember that when I get it cut off now. Grace. Remembering your past adolescent, immature ways of thinking and being will allow you to extend grace. It does not mean you should excuse the behavior or this and that. I mean, I'm just so thankful that, one, I didn't cause an accident, and two is, somebody could have died, and it would have been, technically my fault. God gave me grace. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. I'm so thankful. And so, like, when somebody cuts me off and, and I see people speeding, I say, "Oh, Lord, please, help them, enlighten them, and help them not to cause an accident." I try to avoid, I catch myself because I get ready to curse them and say, "Oh, what kind of guy drives like that? What kind of girl drives like that? Cause accident, kill somebody." And that's Sam. You were the same way. Don't excuse it by saying, "God, just please help them to realize what they're doing is wrong before someone gets hurt." And it calms my spirit when I remember that, when I remember my own faults and my own, failures when I was younger. And so as we grow, we want to mature in this thinking, and then we also want to, remember to show a level of grace to others, while not excusing the behavior, but just have an understanding. And I try to apply that in everything, but it always comes to mind when I'm driving. And so it just helps me to have a level of calmness, compassion, and not give in to that anger that you can get when somebody cuts you off and you're on the highway and you see it's their fault, they're driving crazy. But, for most people, I think if you can reflect back, you were once like that, and maybe not. I mean, now I drive like an old man. I mean, I'm driving, I do the speed limit max, whatever area I'm in. I drive very cautious. I'm older, I'm mature. And I know some people, they get older and they still drive crazy. So I understand. But I just want to document that when I have somebody cut me off, I try, I'm not perfect, I fail sometimes, but I try to always remember, Sam, you were once doing the same reckless behavior, and it was only by the grace of God that something bad didn't happen. Pray for them, let it go, and move on. That's all you can do. So that is what I want to share with regards to getting cut off on the highway. I know it's not easy, and we want everybody, including myself, to always be mindful to drive safe and abide by the laws and do the right thing and be mindful of your surroundings. So I want to share that. I think it's valuable for everyone out there. I really do. All right, stay inspired.